Hey guys, what's up? It's me here, Jawad the Dragon, back with another podcast with you, and I am here with Shaz. Shaz, please introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? Shaz here, and welcome to another podcast.
Okay, so we have like really amazing topics here for you guys today, and this podcast is because like I was actually gathering up a lot of topics here today. So I was like, what are the spiciest topics going on nowadays? First of all, how are you doing, Shaz?
Well, the world's gone to a mess. A lot of bad stuff has been happening, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, the world has been like that. The world has been like that, my friend. I mean, when is not the world going downstairs? I mean, it's always going like in deep, like I don't know. It's the world is a weird place now. I mean, 10 years ago the world was way better, but now the world is like kind of messed up at this point, I would say.
Yeah, well, that happens.
I just want to say this real quick. If you do enjoy this video, then please subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Charles' channel as he uploads videos daily. His channel link is the first link in the description and also in the pinned comment, and let's continue on. So, let's move on to the topics because I don't want to make this podcast like an hour long. So, today our first topic is Cleopatra. So there was a Netflix show or there was a movie that was being made, and in that Cleopatra was a black person. Now I'm not saying that I'm racist by any means, but the thing is that Cleopatra was never black. They are trying to rewrite history with Cleopatra, and mostly people didn't like this as Cleopatra. The trailer that was uploaded, they have actually turned off their comments, and now they're actually being sued by the Greek by another lawyer.
Egyptian.
Yeah, by an
Egyptian.
Egyptian lawyer. So that has gone downhill for them. What do you think about that, Shaz?
Well, for first of all, by history, Cleopatra was Roman or like Greek. I can't remember correctly,
No, she
but
wasn't
this,
Greek. She wasn't Greek. That is what I know. She wasn't Greek.
yeah. So basically, Netflix has this bad habit of like race swapping or like changing the race of
Yeah.
any historical figure for some weird reason. And well, they've been getting away with it most of the time, but I think this is the first time someone's actually
They're
like
actually like sued
held
them. This
them.
is the first time.
Yeah,
I mean, they did the same thing with the Woman King. I think so. You have watched that movie, or you
I
haven't?
I didn't. But what's up with Woman King? Why wasn't it like Woman Queen or something like that? What's
Okay,
up
so
with King?
here's the thing. Here's what they did with the Woman King. So in history, if you go back in history, there was a tribe of black women soldiers where there were also male soldiers in them. So basically, what happened is that these black people or these black soldiers they actually used to capture other people, and then they used to sell them as slaves. But as if you're making a movie about a woman king, then you don't want that woman king to be displayed as an evil character. So
But
basically in that movie what they're actually trying to do is that they're trying to rewrite history. They're trying to tell that there was a strong female woman that encouraged his king to say that slavery is bad, while whatever they were doing was this, that they were literally selling people off as slaves.
yeah, I just looked it up. King Gesjo was one of the most vicious slavers in all of West Africa. That's what they're trying to show. That's the reality of it. While they were showing that Gesjo was like a good guy in the show.
They're trying to show them as the good guys.
Oh,
Well, yeah, like that's like really awful.
oh, wow.
I mean, it's even comedic to even say something like that. Just, just imagine somebody came up to you and was like, "Hey, you know what? Hitler was a great guy."
Well, they are making a Kingsman movie, so I'm not that far off from it.
Yeah, I mean, even I watched that movie. The movie I think so was like 3 hours long, and it was a complete torture. It was complete torture. Like I cannot display it anything like that. And the thing that the thing that I didn't like the most was that the men in that movie were weak. Like they displayed women as this dominating forces, and the men were like a little bitches in there.
Really?
Yeah, I mean every single guy. Yeah, there were like training sessions in the movie where they were training with men, and these women that looked like skeletons were throwing off these men that looked like beasts.
Oh,
I mean, like that. It's like comedic. The movie is like really comedic. You know what Disney is doing now?
I know about the whole race swapping Ariel for in the live action.
No, that also has happened. But other than that, what Disney is doing that because Disney has completed its 100 years of animation and stuff like that. So they are
Oh, Lilo
making
and Stitch.
yeah they are making a movie with I think so it was like the guy with bows. What's his name? Robin Hood. Now they're making a movie about Robin Hood, but he's gay.
What?
Yeah.
I thought, honestly, I did not know you were gonna say that. I thought you were gonna talk about Lilo and Stitch and how Stitch looks like, I don't know, a hairless cat.
I don't know about that. What's that about?
Look up Lilo Stitch live action and look at the new. Have you seen Lilo and Stitch the animation or like the show when you were a kid?
Is it like Lilo 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 Stitch?
Lilo.
Okay, Lilo.
Look up, yeah, look up Lilo and Stitch. Look at the animation and then look at the live action version they're making.
Stitch live action. Is it being released in 2023?
The live action is being released in 2023, but the animation was like old, like it's your childhood level old.
Oh, okay. Lilo and Stitch live action 2023 Disney Plus concept trailer. Teaser trailer. It's a teaser trailer then.
Yeah, no, look at the images only, like the image for Lilo and Stitch.
Let me go there. Oh, okay. I get it.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Do you see the blue cat?
Yeah, I do.
Do you see why people are hating it?
I mean, yeah.
Now, I mean, now look at the animation version or like the animation version of Stitch.
It the animation was the animation versions are better than anything. I mean, I would even say that the movies that were released back in you know
Let me remind. I'm just gonna like say it because I've watched the show as a kid, so I know well. Like I know more about it. Stitch was the size of Lilo. He was literally size of the Lilo. Hey, he looks like someone's cat. And remember, people did bully Sonic into being better, so there is the option of that.
I mean, I don't know much about Lilo and Stitch because I've never watched it, so I wouldn't say that I know much about it. I haven't even keeping up with Disney that much. After like they released that movie in which they had like a lead character, Strange World. I think so that was the movie where they released two gay characters. I
Well,
mean, it's comedic nowadays.
yeah.
I mean, look at movies like the one that just got released, Tom Cruise movie. Which was that? The Planes movie, dude. I always forget that name.
Tom Cruise had a new movie out?
No, the one in which he was in the army, and it's a very it's a very famous movie. Let me search it online because I know that I watched it. Top Gun Maverick, that was the movie.
Oh yeah, Top Gun Maverick. Yeah,
Top
that
Gun
was a good movie.
Top Gun Maverick made a ton of cash.
Yeah,
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 I mean,
because
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people liked it.
A lot of people liked it because it's something that doesn't like it's something that doesn't insult women or it doesn't insult men in any way. They're showing that there are men and there are women, and if women can struggle, if women do struggle, then they will achieve what they want to. But nowadays, like we are receiving these woke culture movies which nobody likes, and I don't know why they are releasing these.
Well, I feel like a problem with woke culture isn't the fact that they're like forcing it. The problem is that they can't make anything original with the idea of anything being woke. Take the show you told me about the animation. It felt really hard. You were telling me about it. It had I think Ryan Reynolds in it. It was an animation. You told me about it.
I don't think
Uh,
so. I don't remember it.
it was about I think two homosexuals. I forget it.
Yeah, the
It was
Strange
an
World. Strange World.
yeah, Strange World. Now Strange World came out, and I think it got like 83.6 million in total, like in box office sales,
Yeah.
and no one talked about that movie. Now take Mario and Puss in Boots for example. Both of these had original characters. None of them
Yeah.
felt forced, and they were actually good.
I mean, to be honest, Puss in Boots, that was, the original movie was the original movie, but the second movie was just amazing. The villain
Yeah,
was great. I mean, just take a look at Kung Fu Panda.
yeah.
Kung
Like
Fu Panda was like one of the biggest hits in animations.
Kai's theme was really great.
Yeah, I mean, a Kung Fu Panda feels original and it feels real. Ice Age feels great because these were like great ideas that people came up with.
No, they were
Even
original. That's the
yeah,
problem. No one makes original ideas with their show. Like, okay, you want to make your character gay? Fine, go with it. Don't make it obvious that they're gay. Like, okay, this gay character is gay. Don't make everything like around him like feel weird. Like, make it normal for that person.
yeah, it's like just like it's that is why I say these things are comedic nowadays. It's not like anything. It's not anything original. Nothing feels great. Like I mean, look at She-Hulk, dude. I
Well,
mean,
that was a
She-Hulk,
crash and burn.
yeah, She-Hulk was just it was like really, and I know like they're trying to come up with good ideas, but here's the thing: if you want a good idea, you don't need to trash on another superhero. For example, you don't need to trash on another gender. You don't need to trash another superhero. You just if you want to make. Have you seen the Marvel's trailer? The new Marvel's trailer?
Yeah, it got a lot of like bad like dislikes.
Dude, it has like over 1 million dislikes, I think so. I mean,
The problem,
even if I do search it up right now, even if I search it up right now, it has like over 800,000 dislikes when I last watched it.
really,
Yeah,
that much.
I mean, people hated the trailer.
I
It's
think it's not about the hate. It's because the original characters weren't that much liked. That's one of the reasons why it's getting the more hate.
I mean, I like Marvel. It currently has 511K likes and 736,000 dislikes.
Wow.
And this is through an extension that I have on Chrome, so that I
Yeah,
can see this.
me too. I
But
know.
like I like Marvel, but they're just destroying their own company. And for what? What are they destroying the company for? Woke culture?
Oh, I didn't know this, but Fast and Furious got a new movie released.
Oh yeah, Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 10 is coming up, but I'm excited for the movie because they have starred Jason Momoa.
He was in the last one, right? Oh no, it
No,
was.
he's in Fast and Furious 10. He wasn't in the franchise before.
Alright, that's cool.
But they still have the same story. They still have the
Yeah.
same story. They still have the story of Dom's family being attacked again. And like
Again?
yeah man, I hate this idea. I hate this idea of this is like the 10th time his family is being attacked again and again. Like bro, move somewhere else.
Yeah.
Bro, like move somewhere else. Your family is being attacked again and again.
Like they could do something similar to Tokyo Drift or Fast and Furious 2, where they were like focusing on like Paul Walker,
Yeah.
well, and Paul Walker or Roman or like one of the characters that like a spin-off of
Yeah.
the main series.
I mean, Han is a great character.
Yeah, he
In
got
in
like in Tokyo Drift. He was in
yeah,
Tokyo Drift.
Han is a great character. You can make a movie about Han. It can be a solo movie, like The Rock and Jason Statham had a different movie. You can make a movie about Han because he's gonna be an interesting character. Like but I missed the days where the movies were actually good and people were like literally putting attention to what they were actually doing. Nowadays it's just worse. It's just getting worse and worse nowadays. I mean, basically, this is us, telling people what to do with movies. Because like like I feel like so bad. Have you watched the movie Stuart Little?
The originals or like is
The
there
no,
other?
the original one.
Yeah, I did.
I mean that was an amazing movie. Even if I watched that right now, that was an amazing movie. I can tell you this right here right now. You pick up a movie from the 80s and 90s and you show that to anybody right now, they will be shocked at how great the movies were. Look at Home Alone. Original idea, but it was a great movie. Even
Hmm.
Home Alone 3, even like Home Alone 3 was like great, even though it didn't had any of the original characters, it was still great.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's not like there aren't any good gay characters. I could like, if I remember correctly, I know a few games where they have these enjoyable gay characters that I actually liked. I can't remember any right now because I can't think of a good game right now. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to like force a gay character into a story. You could make them better. Like take Last of Us for example. The Last of
Yeah.
Us one was a great game. Everyone who played the original game knew that Ellie was a lesbian. That wasn't like something new for people who
Yeah.
played the second part. That was actually an original idea because Ellie being gay was never a new thing or something people hated. They were okay with it. That there was even a DLC for that thing where they explained it. But when you go to part two, it feels like why the hell is the political side of this game being forced upon us? Oh, this guy hates lesbian people. Bro, you're living in an apocalypse. Why the hell would anyone care about who bangs who?
Yeah,
Uh,
who cares, man? Give us a great story in the game.
Yeah,
That's it.
one was great, and everyone knew about Ellie. Two is being hated for forced politics, not because now we know that because the story was trash. No one liked the story because of how much plot armor you're giving your villain.
Yeah,
One was liked for a entirely different reason.
and I think so. The Last of Us 2 actually crashed somehow. It didn't like make as much money as The Last of Us.
Yeah, it made 10 mil after an year, and like you're gonna let's not delve into it because we'll get called bigots for it just for not liking a story. Like legitimately, I hate Abby for different reasons. I hate two for entirely different reasons, but I will still get outed as a bigot. And fun fact: you're gonna give the best points to why you hate two. Like you're gonna give legit good reasons with no bigotry, actual flaw in story and plot, and you'll still be outed as a bigot. Trust me, it's not even a hole you want to dig into.
Yeah, I mean, talking about gaming news, CS2 is coming out.
Oh
CS2,
yeah,
Counter Strike 2 is coming out. Now, I did actually like what they are doing with Counter Strike 2, but here's my problem with here's my problem with Counter Strike 2. If the movement feels good, if I don't feel like I'm like running on ice like in CS:GO, then the Counter Strike 2 can be the game that I switch over to.
yeah. Problem is like I don't think that's gonna be a much of a difference in CS2 or CS2. It's gonna be similar to CS:GO. I never had an issue with CS:GO because like knife you can run fast, gun you can run slow. I never had an issue with that. What I do have an issue is that people are calling this like a new game. Well, I don't see the new game. Like, oh, they have new smoke mechanics. Okay, that's good. I actually like that. There's better tickets. I actually like that as well. And I think what else was there after except these two?
There
Like,
was like smokes where you can dissipate smokes with your bomb
yeah,
grenade.
that's part of the new smoke mechanic. What else
Yeah,
was there?
and I mean they did a ton of new changes, but seriously, what they are actually doing is that they are like importing CS from like Source One engine to Source Two engine. They
Oh,
are
so that's
actually they are actually making great improvements in the gameplay, but I want the movement to be more like like I'm running on ground. I don't want the movement to be like I'm running on ice. In CS:GO, I don't know, for some reason, when I play Call of Duty, when I play Call of Duty, when I play Valorant, when I play Apex Legends, it doesn't feel like I'm running on ice. These have great gameplay, but in CS:GO, for some reason, my crosshair is going to be on the guy's head, and whenever I'm gonna shoot, instead the guy is gonna headshot me.
Yeah, the thing is, the CS:GO has like a more complicated shoot system. I don't understand why it's being called like a new game. That's one of my main issues. Like, okay, it's a new engine, but calling CS:GO like a CS2 a new CS:GO game is like calling Overwatch 2 a new Overwatch game, even though it's the same thing, just
Yeah.
a difference in shaders. That's it.
Well, it's
I
it's
don't.
not in my opinion, it's not a new game. They have changed the name from CS:GO to Counter Strike 2. Maybe that's why people are calling it a new game, because now it's only Counter Strike 2. When the original game released back in 1999 or 1998, it was called Counter Strike. So now they are calling this Counter Strike 2. So maybe that's why they are calling this a new game.
Yeah,
But
there is
although
that.
it's like in the beta version right now, when it's available to the public, I'll play it and I'll let everybody know. And if this game has more cheaters, like
Yeah,
I will not
the
be
beta
that.
had a lot of cheaters. I remember.
I mean, if I mean, like look at Valorant. They have an amazing anti-cheat. I mean, I've seen people get banned right in front of my eyes. So, if CS:GO can get a better anti-cheat, maybe they can maybe they can group up with Face It and get an anti-cheat. Face It also has a great anti-cheat. I've never seen any hackers on Face It.
Yeah, because Face It, I think like does pre-op like pre-set matches. I don't know much about that. By the way, for those who are like into COD but can't buy any COD games or are tired of these new COD games, X Defiant is like a really new game I'm hearing about, which is doing pretty well. Have you heard about it?
Which game?
X Defiant.
No, I haven't heard about that. Not yet.
So basically, X Defiant is like a new Ubisoft game, and I know Ubisoft isn't the name
Yeah.
that would put much faith in people, but apparently X Defiant is being made by Mark Rubin and a bunch of COD devs, who, by the way, were involved in games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and like Ghosts. I know Ghost is well known, liked as well. But the thing is, a lot of old COD players who like have played older CODs are actually enjoying it, and a lot of people are wanting to get into the beta. The game is actually pretty good. Like it has everything old COD had: old COD movement, better gunplay, better like battles, and there's no SBMM. That's one of the biggest things that people liked about it. There is literally no SBMM, so it's basically every Call of Duty you're playing right now, every crap game that Activision isn't giving a shit about, you can play X Defiant. It has basically everything good about COD with nothing bad about the newer CODs added in it.
I mean, we will try it on our PCs if we get a chance next. I
Yeah,
have heard about Mordau. It's also a medieval time type of game where you
yeah,
have
it's a pretty
swords
good
instead
game.
of guns.
Yeah, it's in like an old. Actually, you can mod guns into the game, from what I've heard.
Maybe. Okay, let's move on to the next topic now. Okay, so the next one that I have, this actually went really viral. You would know about this since we are like a little bit of internet nerds. So we would know about this. Mr. Beast's right man has now transitioned into a woman. Mr. Beast's right hand man,
Yeah,
that's
Chris,
always with
Chris.
him, Chris. He has turned into a woman now. And he announced this, and because of that, Mr. Beast actually faced a lot of backlash. But then he said, Mr. Beast, he said that Chris is my friend and he can do whatever he wants. Now, right there, Mr. Beast is actually being transphobic. And here's why I say that, because he's calling his friend that's a she, he's calling him a he. So, you know, I mean, I don't get that. Why do people do this?
I don't know. Like, I think the problem with the pronoun system is, and I don't know how this got like accepted or like became a mainstream thing. Why are you like mad about how people pronounce you? Like, if you're a man, you want to be pronounced as a woman. Just say that you're like a woman or something like that. I can't even get into that because the whole pronouns thing is like a headache. The thing that I'm gonna ask trans people, and this is not like a type of like roasting or like mocking anyone. This is literally a genuine question. If you weren't happy with your own gender, like the first gender you were born with, and you wanted to transition, and that is your decision, you can do it. That's again your choice, as long as you've gotten the age of consent and you're not a kid. Why do you think that being the opposite gender is gonna make you happy, or like getting these pronouns is gonna give you some sort of joy? Because I legit don't understand how changing genders is now suddenly making you happier than before.
I know why that happens. So basically, it's the healthcare systems that are making it do them. So here's the thing, you feel like you shouldn't have been born a girl. You are mentally unstable. You need to go to a psychologist, and you need to, I mean, I've never felt like, I'm a guy, I need to be a girl. Like, it's just, I think so. Here's what I think so. These people that do this are mentally unstable, and the healthcare system lets them do this because, they're making a bunch of cash. They're making a bunch of cash off of these people. Yesterday I heard about, from another guy. His name is Matt Walsh. So I heard on one of his podcasts, he was saying that there was a girl that transitioned into a guy, and they take parts from your body to make, your male genitalia. And you would need about 12 surgeries to make your, whole male genitalia work. And they are going to take like arteries from your arms, from your legs, to make, your man thing, and like,
Yeah.
just imagine how much the healthcare system is making off of this. They are making like about, if it's nothing, they're at least making $100,000 from one guy, because these surgeries are not, they're not like really cheap. They're always expensive. But then again, like, I don't care if you're a girl and you feel like you should have been born a guy. I do not care. If you are a girl and if you want to, mutilate your own body, and then you want to be a guy, then you're mentally unstable and you need to fix yourself.
Yeah, thing is, like, I don't get the whole like idea behind all of this. Like, if you're not gonna be happy with one gender, how the hell are you gonna be happy with another? Like, I
Yeah.
don't get the idea behind it.
How is like mutilating your own body be happiness? Like, you know I mean, I know people from, I know females that have like more mental power than most of the guys. I've seen every single day for the last 2 months, every single day when I come back from office, at like 4 a.m. in the morning, I see this, one girl that always is like walking. I see her every single day. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning. So whenever I'm like coming back, she's like walking, and she has like two bags, and she's walking at night. Like, if you tell me to walk like 4 a.m. in the morning where there are like dogs around the street and everywhere else, I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm scared to walk like at like 4 a.m. in my street, because there are like four or five dogs at every single corner. But I've known females that are like mostly stronger than men in terms of mentality. But it doesn't mean that you need to change your gender in any case. And the thing is that, this is also ruining sports. This is ruining sports as well. Have you heard about Dylan Mulvaney?
Wait, I heard something similar to that name. What happened? I know I heard about it. Something happened to that guy. What happened?
Okay, so Dylan Mulvaney, he's a guy. So he's a gay person. So that's Dylan Mulvaney. But one day he suddenly had a great idea, which would make him like tons and tons of cash. So basically, he's a man, and he is transitioning into a woman. And what he's doing is that he's only wearing clothes of women. Like, he's not actually transitioning, he's not doing any surgeries on himself. He's just saying that, I'm transitioning into a woman. He's putting on makeup, he's doing these dances. He's being sponsored by Nike. And
Did Is he doing the I identify as that, but not
Yeah,
actually being that?
he's
Oh,
a guy. He's a guy, and that guy is saying that I identify as a woman, and this is my day one of being a woman, day two of being a woman, and now I think so. He's on like day 365 or more than that, and
so he's a year old.
he has also gotten into a lot of talk shows, and he has also gotten into the White House. Can you believe that?
At this point, I believe any stupid thing could happen.
I mean, at this point, anything can happen in this world. Like it's just like so crazy nowadays. Like whatever, like anything can happen. Like if I wanted my pronouns to be a tomato plant, would people call me that? Apparently, yes. Nowadays, I mean, just imagine, Shaz. I come up to you and I'm like, yo, man, my pronouns are the sexiest man alive on earth. And you call me by my pronouns, okay, or I'm canceling you. Like it's like I watch Piers Morgan. Do you watch Piers Morgan?
Is it the Fox guy?
I think so. He used to work for Fox News, but like now he's working for a different news. He also had an interview with Andrew Tate, Piers Morgan. So like oh yeah, I actually had another I actually just realized another thing. Do you know Sam Smith, the singer?
No.
Okay, so Sam Smith, he's a singer, okay, and well, he had his own show, one of these what do you call them? The concerts, one of these concerts. He was doing a concert, and in this specific concert, he was wearing bondage gear, and he was like doing like really crazy stuff.
Is Sam Smith the blonde guy, fat guy?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the guy.
The guy who does weird, like,
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
yeah. That's
Oh,
that's the guy. You got him. That's the guy. And
the one who has a beard.
I think so. He has like a little bit of beard,
Yeah, a little bit, small beards.
but he's like really fat and he has like blonde hair.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
the
know.
guy.
Yeah, I know him. I
So
have the I have the misfortune of accidentally seeing clips of his. Well,
yeah,
whatever you call it.
and like people are like so crazy that people say like, oh, I would go to this concert. I would take my kids on to this concert so that their mind also gets interrupted by all of these. And even like they were actually also trying to pass a bill where kids would need to like identify their gender. Like I'm talking about like primary school kids, where the kids like that are like 6 to 7 years old would need to identify their own gender, and if they don't like their own gender, they can change their gender.
Yeah, that's something I always found stupid. Like that was something that they allowed. Uh, the fact that if you want to like make kids transition or do anything like that, I feel like that should be allowed, or like they should be told that after 18, age of
Yeah,
18 or a certain age they're allowed. Because let them at least learn about what they're about to do, like what they want to do, what will happen when they do it, what type of chemicals, what type of surgeries they're gonna do that's gonna affect them, and the consequences, and like what maybe not, what's the risk of all this. And if they still think it's they want to do it, then allow it, but don't do it to kids who literally have no idea what is this is gonna do to them in the end.
you
Like
do.
this is,
Yeah, you do know Harry Potter, right?
yeah, oh yeah, I forgot they're making they're
Yeah.
rebooting it.
No, I'm not talking about like the reboot version of it. So the main Daniel Radcliffe. His name is Daniel
Yeah.
Radcliffe. So he had a show going on where he was sitting with kids that were like, I think so, that were like 10 to 16 years old, and they were saying that there was a girl sitting, and she was saying that, oh, like I'm a girl, but I feel like I should have been born a guy, so that's why when I'm legally required, I will just change my gender to being a guy. And like I like this, they have like put this mentality into like every single kid, that if you don't feel like you're a woman, you can just mutilate your own body and be a guy. It's no big problem over there. Like, oh my
Well,
god, dude, like it's like the world is just ruining itself. And I don't know like who are these people that are actually making this happen. I saw another, because like whenever I think about these, I get like a million ideas in my head. So I saw another one of these guys. There was a guy that said that I'm a woman. He went to a woman's MMA ring. He had beaten up a woman, and then he won the fight, and people are celebrating that this woman beater has actually won the fight against a biological woman while being a biological man.
I
Like,
mean,
I
that's
mean,
something they allow
and
apparently.
like, and the worst thing is that they have to allow it because nobody wants to be cancelled nowadays. Apparently, like, nobody wants to be cancelled, so they'll allow it.
Oh,
Yeah, so they had to allow it, but people are also actually coming up with great ideas. I actually heard about another thing where there was this Canadian male lifter who identified as a woman. So there was another trans woman there. I mean, sorry, there was another man there who was saying that he was a woman, and he broke the women's world record. And this other guy who had a full beard but said that he's a woman, he went in there. He said that I'm also a woman. So he went in there and he bench pressed, I think so, 315 pounds. I think so. It was like above 200 kilos. He just benched it like it was nothing. And like these are the consequences that people are facing where if they allow stuff like this. I've always said this about about people in America that they have too much rights. Like they're given like too much rights. I don't think so they should be given these much rights, but but then again it's their country, whatever they want to do it, I don't really care. But it's like sad to see this happening because if this is happening in America today, tomorrow this can happen in our country as well.
and not possible. Well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, we have a few countries who would do that for America.
Yeah, I mean, even here, even the country that we live in, people do have something known as a brain. But if Me Too movement can happen in this country, then I don't have much faith in this country as well. But let's put that all aside. I want to talk about another thing, the last topic today. Achraf Hakimi, the man, the myth, the legend.
I
The
know.
man who learned everything from Andrew Tate. you know,
Well, let's not take
he,
it that far.
no man, I love Andrew
Let
Tate.
give the man his own credit. Don't
Okay,
give Andrew Tate it.
the man, the myth, the legend, Achraf Hakimi, his wife, who is 34 years old and 10 years older than him, tried to take 50% of everything that he had, but he had nothing. He had registered everything in his mom's name. And
It,
that woman has to pay Achraf Hakimi now because he doesn't have anything.
because she's a benefactor. So basically, how it worked was both of them had to pay half of what they owned to each other. That's what
Yeah.
the basic rule is. But unfortunately, uh, he made his mother the benefactor of his money, saying that he can't have any access to his own money, and that his mother would actually like own most of it or own all of it.
Yeah.
So due to that, like say his wife owns $100 and he owns 50 dollars.
It's gonna
Okay,
be 50-50, yeah.
so his wife is gonna have to pay him 50, while he only has to pay her 25, while the rest of the millions he has
Yeah.
is in his mother's name.
I mean, like that's like that's the most amazing thing that I've heard like in a while. And like, oh my god, dude, like it was like when I heard that this woman was actually going for a divorce and she was asking for 50% of whatever like Ashraf Hakimi had. And when I heard that he had everything in his mother's name, like I couldn't believe what I was actually reading at that time. I was like, this right here is a real man. This right here is a man who treats his mother like a queen. Like he doesn't want anything for himself. He like it's like so crazy. But it's like nowadays the courts are even cracking on stuff like this. Basically, what's actually happening nowadays is that a lot of women are doing this where they would like sleep with NFL players, where they would sleep with like baseball players, and then they would like have a kid, and then they would ask for like 50% of everything that the guy has. And I really hate this when this actually happens, that they give 50% to the woman when she has done nothing to earn that cash, but still the court is gonna be like, oh yeah, you get 50%.
Yeah, that was like a really good moment.
I mean, the best thing, here's the thing. Jeff Bezos, he's the richest man in the world. He got divorced, but he's still the richest man in the world. Like,
Well,
that's like,
it was a minor inconvenience to him.
yeah.
Like, I'm losing my money. Okay, here you go. Bye.
Okay, here you go. Bye. I mean, he has like so much cash that even if we like take 50% of it, he's gonna be like, okay, no worries. I still have I have enough for myself. And
And for my company and for my other stuff.
dude, like he's the like richest man in the world. It's just like divorcing Elon Musk and then saying I want 50% of it. But Elon Musk, he's clever. Elon Musk is clever, man. Like,
No, I wouldn't say he's clever. He bought Twitter.
I mean, yeah, but the man is clever. He bought Twitter, but I mean, Twitter wasn't like his best purchase. It wasn't even required for him to buy Twitter. He bought Twitter for like $40 billion. Like, are you kidding me? Like, his net worth is like, I think so, 200 billion or somewhere around that. But he bought Twitter for 40 billion. Like, he's like showering in gold. I think so. But I think so, I had another thing going on in my head, but I forgot about what I was saying. But and these were like some really crispy topics that I had here today. But for this is it for this podcast. It's already been like 53 minutes, so I think so this podcast is going to be like longer than most of my podcasts. But this is it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I should have said this before, and I will put this at the starting of the video as well. Subscribe to Charles' channel. His channel will be linked, first link in the description below, as well as I will pin his comment, pin, oh my god, I can't
A
speak.
penis?
No, I wasn't saying that, dude. I was trying to say that I will pin the link to your YouTube channel in the top comment as well in the description. So guys, subscribe to his channel. He's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers now. So subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Charles' channel, and this is it for podcast number 4. And until next time, guys, peace out.